Coined by the son of a Hollywood star, has now turned into a global call to action for far-right extremist groups, according to a new report out today. We're talking about Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, and the song White Boy Summer came out a couple years ago, 2021. At the time, pretty cringy, some profanity, some slurs. But since then, that phrase, White Boy Summer, it's turned into a kind of slogan for white supremacists and other hate groups, according to the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism. Now, Chet Hanks just today is posting this on Instagram, that White Boy Summer, he says, was created to be fun, playful. Anything else that it's been twisted into to support any kind of hate or bigotry against any group of people is deplorable, and I condemn it. Rahima Ellis is joining us now. How did this happen? How did so-called White Boy Summer end up co-opted by these white supremacists and others?
It seems catchy for white supremacists, just like the term White Lives Matter. It seems catchy. And as you point out, that this group, the group called the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, which was founded by some former members of the Southern Poverty Law Center, they're about tracking what's going on in this country as far as hate and anti-Semitism is concerned. And they noticed that there were thousands of posts using this slogan that appeared on something called the Telegraph app this year, associated with white supremacy. And Chet Hanks, he became disturbed about it, and he put out that post today that this is not something that he condones. In fact, he points out to the fact that at the end of his music video, he has a shirt, and I think we have a picture of him wearing this shirt. On the back of the shirt, it says, "Stop Hate" T-shirt. So he's trying to say clearly there that he's not in favor of what white supremacists are doing with his slogan.
This is also not the first time that something that was never intended to be, a flag for extremist groups ended up co-opted, like a slogan, a phrase, an image or whatever, for something that wasn't in its intended meaning.
Yeah, it's really true. There's a phrase called Pepe the Frog. It was a comic book character that white supremacists latched onto, and the creator of that cartoon character was so incensed by it, he took it down and basically killed, if you will, the character itself. But that didn't stop people from continuing to use it. There's also a Celtic cross that has been used by white supremacists. And it seems in some measure there's very little that people can do to stop this. As much as they try, it seems to be spreading. And what's more disturbing to some people, it seems to be moving into conservative events, even like that banner that you showed at your intro and to me, where someone was, the guy was raising a flag that said White Boy Summer. That flag was presented at a conservative rally in Detroit just last month. Donald Trump was the keynote speaker at that event, along with several conservative members of Congress, including J.D. Vance and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hallie?
Rahima Ellis, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.